Yep, and tell us a little bit about some of the conditions we're seeing right now, Matt.
Yeah, we've definitely seen an increase in swell size. That's obvious as we look out over the bay here on the northern end of Bombo Beach. We've got a fairly stiff southerly breeze blowing today, and that's kicked up some south swell overnight in that sort of 3 to 4 foot range. We've got a low tide coming up in around 20 minutes time, so bottom of the tide. We're seeing that sort of impact the lineup a little bit with the shifting peaks, but as the tide comes in throughout the course of the day, we should see that lineup start to organise a little bit more.
Yep, and in this heat 3 of round 3, it's one Hawaiian, Zahli McDougall, coming up against Sophia Fulton, who's the local wildcard in white, and in blue, and this is her on screen right now. On her backhand, this one came in at a 5.5. And the wave in front was our heat leader, Zahli Kelly. She picked up a 6.33 for her opening wave. And most surfers just naming sort of 1 or 2 heroes and a local standout. Zahli McDougall, well, she has 1,000 influences on her surfing. And, well, she's obviously taken a little bit from all of them right there, locking in. That'll be her best wave. And even her dad, the surfers who've influenced her. Here comes Zahli Kelly. She is our heat leader. She's looking to put a bit of distance between herself and second and third. It's not going to be a significant score, but it will increase her standings for now.
As heat's unfolding, we see a nice replay out. Zahli McDougall looking really alive on this right-hander. It was a smaller inside one because of that dead low tide, though. There are some smaller opportunities along that inside bank that stood up nice and steep for her. And of course, quarterfinals is it's a nice result to have next to your name, at the very least, on your resume. That equal 5th place from the next round on. Here's Zahli.
Yeah, on her backhand, and well, signs off on that one.
Yeah, looked a bit better on her backside there. That first wave, that right-hander, the second wave, excuse me, a little bit flat as she sort of struggled through it. So we're seeing a lot of waves come through fairly often. And here's Sophia Fulton.
Yeah, the local wildcard from just down the road in Mollymook. And she was phenomenal getting through the early rounds. Came from behind to account for Summer Macedo and Taina Hinkle, who we just saw a couple of heats ago.
We look forward to the next round.
Thank you.
Real thanks, Minty.
Epic, cheers, JJ. And in action right now, Sophia Fulton, the local wildcard from a couple hours down the road, Mollymook, sort of Ulladulla region. Seems as if she's going to come up against Taina Hinkle in quarterfinal number 2, and before that, quarterfinal number 1, Rahini Fierro and Kira Pinkinen. Here goes Zahli McDougall, and she gets swallowed up into the sandpit down the end section there. Sophia Fulton is out in front. And this is the replay of her last wave, Brad.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. She's a nice, a tall girl, so she's able to wind up on her back end on that section. Bit of a softer first turn, setting up that second turn, and a great finish to get that 5.23, and that score gets her straight into the lead. With Zahli Kelly now in second place, looking for a 4.40. Here she goes.
Yeah, driving hard off the bottom, throwing plenty of spray out of the top on her first big turn. Gets vert and throws a big bucket once more, and links this one through to the inside. So combination of turns for Zahli Kelly there. Looking to replace a 3.93 as her backup, and I think she's done that pretty comfortably. Waiting on that last score to come in. It's going to be a good one. Talk us through the replay, Brad. Yeah,
bigger set wave and able to get out of the open face early. You can see her bottom turns, the hallmarks to this wave, deep off the bottom, allowing her to project out onto that open face. And she just timed that last maneuver quite well. And she's going to lock in a 7.5 as a result. And that lead now with Zahli Kelly. Sophia Fulton in second, looking for an 8.33 to go into first. And of course, Zahli McDougall in second, looking for that 4.30 to go into second.
On what threatens to possibly be the final day, here's Sophia Fulton, currently coming second. She needs a big score, an 8.33 to move into the lead. There is some green face out in front, but she's going to have to work to get there. Now she's got some more to work with, and unfortunately just the one sort of half turn for Sophia. That won't go into her top 2. 10 minutes remaining. This looks like the red jersey of Zahli McDougall going to work. And nope, that wave gets a little bit shouldery, and she gets out of there as well.
That scare in round 1, you got the interference, and you were clearly upset by that. put it behind you, moved on.
Yeah, the next heat was also sketchy because Sarah Wakita almost had me, and then this heat, luckily I got kind of farther ahead than Lissa Locke, and Macy was already way out in front, so I mean, it was a good heat, and I'm happy to move into the next round.
While you were surfing, we had a chat to your dad, Jim, on the beach, and we talked about your gesture over at the Caribbean. You donated the prize money to Xander and the cause they're doing. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, after I won, I gave the prize money to the Xander Venezia Foundation, which is a foundation for kids with disabilities on the island of Barbados.
Here are the top two waves of the surface so far.
Yeah, well, Zahli has found a lot of momentum early on in this heat. Sophia Fulton's having a good go. She's in second place. She's got a pair of fives. She's finding a more open face on these left-handers. And Zahli McDougall, the Hawaiian, open up strongly with a 6.43. This is this wave, a right-hander that hit nicely and shallow on that inside bank. She's looking for a third wave to put her into, a second wave to put her into advancing position. And Zahli Kelly holding this heat down. This is the highest scoring wave of the heat, courtesy of three nice big backside maneuvers, powerful and polished for a 7.5 and the lead at this stage with 6.5 minutes to go as part of her extramural activities on the North Shore. But back to live pictures.
Yeah, live action. That was her in and out of that one. Score coming in for Sophia Fulton. It's a 3.2. You imagine it would have been significantly more than that if she'd pulled out that last big fin ditch manoeuvre, but not to be, unfortunately.
Zahli Kelly out in front. Very solid heat combination, 13.83 points. Fulton in second, but McDougall in her favour is priority, and also the requirement under 5 points necessary to see her jump into that second place, so she'll be hunting the lineup.
Fair. If you look down the line, here goes Zoe McDougall chasing that 4.3. Nice turn to get things going. It's a green wall out in front, just the two turns. A little fine climb to point out that she's finished that one in plenty of control. What do you think, Brad Bricknell? She's looking for a 4.3.
Yeah, well, I like the second turn. I just thought maybe she looked a bit lazy on that first turn, Binzi. I would have liked to have seen her come off the bottom and just throw everything into that first turn. It was always only going to be a two-turn wave, but you can see how she takes off, she eyes out the section, and I think she's just a little bit lazy, a little half-turn almost. Now she comes off the bottom and gets a bit more energy into that second turn, but I think she could have thrown more into that first one. However, not a big requirement, so we'll see how that unfolds for her. With 2 minutes to going, it's going to be a tight finish. Sophie's in a kind of interesting position. She's either got to just hold that thought.
Yeah, this is Zahli Kelly looking to put this one beyond doubt. Driving hard off the bottom. That was a nice turn. Solid contact with the lip. And two big blasts. Minute 30 to go, 90 seconds. Yeah. Still waiting on that score to come in for Zoe McDougall. That could be pretty significant in the race for second place.
Sophia's in that interesting position where she can either attack for the lead or defend her second place. To attack for the lead, it's going to need something big, because Zahli Kelly has just posted a good wave, and Zoe McDougall, in fact, now has gone a 4.53. So the whole thing has changed. With a minute to go, Sophia Fulton in second place, and now it's back to attack mode. She has to try to get back into that second place. She needs a 5.47.
There's no second or third priority. We're seeing a big score dropping in for Zahli Kelly. And now Zoe McDougall, with 30 seconds to go, would be looking to put this one beyond doubt. She started off going left and turns it into a right on the second section. And is that a bit of a grin on the face? Do you think she's done the job? 20 seconds remaining. She looks at her watch.
Big score drop by Kelly, a 7.73.
Yeah, 7.73. And it looks like Zoe McDougall has done enough in the dying minutes to book her ticket through to the quarters. And sadly, we say farewell and bring an end to the awesome little run of Sophia Fulton, local wildcard. But round 3, heat 3 is in the books. And it is Zahli Kelly and Zoe McDougall through to the quarterfinals. And sadly, we say bid you farewell to Sophia Fulton.